Zali, since we last spoke, are you any more or less likely to support Labor's rejigged tax cuts?
Well, I guess since we last spoke, it's been interesting to hear the commentary of understanding where the coalition's going to sit on this. I understand many, actually in the Nationals, Bridget can maybe inform us, that there is a moving view from the coalition. So I still haven't seen any draft legislation from the government. I understand there's negotiations with the Greens and the coalition. So I really want to see where these land. But I should say, Peter, I'm getting lots of great feedback from the community. Some people very upset, but some people understanding the need to provide more assistance to others that are on lower incomes.
I was Bridget, I was talking to your colleague Matt Canavan earlier this week, and he was more inclined to amend but ultimately support or get behind these changes. What do you think? Is that your view? Or are you steadfast in basically standing by your views and not supporting?
Well, Pete, these were structural changes to actually address bracket creep, and unfortunately the government's plan does nothing to address bracket creep in this country, and we're going to see another 1 million Australian workers paying more tax as a result heading into 2030 than the plan that is currently legislated. And it does nothing to deal with inflation, which is what everyone that's a mortgage holder or a renter is paying a crippling cost for right now. When it comes to the plan, Shadow Cabinet's going to consider it. We want to see the detail, like Zali. We haven't seen an exposure draft. We want to understand the impact, and then we'll obviously have more to say about that. But the reality is we want to see structural reform to our tax system in the long term so that Australians are paying lower tax overall and that it's a fairer system and they can spend their money as they need. And I think what's useful to remember is that this plan does nothing to actually deal with the inflationary pressures that people are dealing with right now as they're sitting down at their kitchen tables working out how they're going to pay the school fees, how they're going to pay the swimming fees and the mortgage at the same time.
All right, similar views this morning. Zali, just a quick local issue for you. You want the popular Balgowlah Golf Club to be shut and repurposed. Are you opening up a class war of your own and picking on golfers?
Well, I think that's a Telegraph and 2GB misrepresenting a few things. The PNC approached me because they were blindsided by a consultation process happening over the school holidays when no one in the school community was there around the plans for the Balgowlah Golf Course. Now, I should say that Balgowlah Golf Course has been on notice for 4 years that it was to be transitioned to a public space for all the community to use, not just paying golfers, and sporting fields, of which we have a great shortage. So I've obtained an extension to the consultation period so the whole community can have their say. But should I say, Chris Minns seems to be very, his government has canned funding for the revamp of Balgowlah Boys School, and this is the top performing non-selective public school in New South Wales. And I invite Chris Minns and Minister Carr to come and visit Balgowlah Boys and check out the conditions, and maybe Chris O'Keefe on 2GB
well,
as well.
I mean, the golf club is used by kids as well. You know, a great variety of the good public in Warringah.
Sure, but we actually, within a 5-kilometre radius, we have 3 public golf courses available. So and I have no issue with golf, but we have no shortage of golf fields, of public fields. Lower North Shore, we have, I think, 8, including 8, a number of private ones as well. What we do have is a shortage of sporting fields and a public high school that is performing phenomenally. The teachers, the boys do a fantastic job, but their facilities are not up for scratch. So I think it's important the community gets its say in what is more important for the future, our young men. What kind of opportunities are they getting?
The consultation period, I'm going to close here, but the consultation period, you've argued for that to be extended. So have your view on this is fixed, that you want the golf club gone, that you want it to be used, but for the schools to use it?
Oh, no, I think that's misrepresenting what I'm saying. I'm saying the community needs to get its say of what's more important,
right,
what's the more important use of. Well, I think there is a case to be said that we need better facilities for our youth, and that probably, when we have so many public golf courses already, is not that. But again, I will stand by the community's wishes, which is why the consultation period is so important.
Zali, Bridget, good to have you with us this Friday morning. Have a great weekend.